This is Trez singing Coming From Where I'm Coming From by Anthony Hamilton, up and coming artist.
Sitting here, guess I didn't make well. Got time story to tell. Started when I was 9 years old. Woke up and daddy was home. Started hustling, they couldn't tell me nothing. Running in the hood, trying to be somebody. My soul's so empty. I'm searching for something. Tried to be good, tried to keep from trouble. Living too fast, trying to make good for the hustle. Sometimes you get lost. Sometimes it got hard. Sometimes you gotta walk to work, yeah. Sometimes you gotta do a little bit. Hey, wasn't really looking, yes I found it. 5'3" like brown skin, coming from the university. My style looking kind of lovely. Didn't know she had much strength. Down the ride out, we didn't take the train. Even took her to a poker game. Dropped a notch for 5 chicken and sushi. Tried to be good. Try to treat you like a birthday. Try to be a friend. Turns out that you was your day. Sometimes you get along. Some things are what you see. Sometimes you get all angry. Oh, sometimes you forget me. Well, try to be good. Oh, there's nothing but to love somebody. Didn't want to die young. Said he hustled trying to feed my family. Scared to have kids and two like that again. Cause I'm so scared of family. Sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes you gotta move. Sometimes you gotta cry a little bit louder. Oh, sometimes you gotta fight the pain. Sometimes you gotta walk alone. Sometimes you gotta worry.
Let's get a shout out for Trez.
Quit hiding in the bushes now. Come on now, hit that like button, share and subscribe now. I know you peeping. Quit hiding in the bushes now. Come on now, hit that like button, share and subscribe now. I know you peeping. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Yes. Y'all know, let me tell y'all something. I don't know what's going on with the YouTube. I did have it streamed for 10 o'clock, right? Hey Pinky, I'm sorry, I'm glad we didn't get confused. Okay, so if it's 10 o'clock my time, Pinky, that means it's 9 o'clock your time. Because I'm going by the Atlanta thing. I'm one hour ahead of you, Pinky. But I looked on the internet and it says 2 p.m. you guys, and I went back over and over and over try to edit it out, and it stayed at 2 p.m. But I'm glad that you guys are here, and welcome, you guys. I'm home. I'm back in Atlanta. I'm home. I'm not set up yet, but I just wanted to come live because of this racism that's going on, because of what went on Love and Marriage Hip Hop. Yeah, I decided I was just gonna come forth and speak on that to you guys about those issues, you guys. That when Erica Monet called this girl a blue monkey, that really was offensive to the entire race. She was just not talking to Spice. right? She was talking to a whole entire race of people, yet she's occupying black spaces. How could this girl feel so comfortable amongst all these black people to roll off her tongue? And she didn't just say monkey, she said a blue monkey. You guys don't know, probably don't know, but back in the day, when they call you blue, blue black means that you are the blackest person on this internet. They never seen nobody blacker than you. Blue, blue black. She said blue monkey. She didn't just say monkey. She said blue monkey. And a lot of y'all might have thought that she meant because she had on blue and she had blue hair. But no, in a Latino, when they see somebody real black, they call us blue black. That means that you the blackest there is on the face of this earth, which is nothing wrong with it. But I noticed that she's imitating black women's, right? She imitates the black woman. She thinks that, try to do black slang, talk like a black woman, walk like a black woman. They even had her looking closer to Brandy. She tried to look like Brandy the singer at one point, you guys. Yeah, she did. But yet, she had this greater resentment. Yeah, these non-black female has these greater resentment against black women's, you guys. Why? Because we are their competition. We are their competition. They're competing for the black man's. They underestimate or undermine the black women's experience in life because they see themselves as different. They view themselves as white or close to white. They see themselves as the standard of beauty with that long hair. It's not hair on their head. I keep telling y'all that. It's fur. That's not hair on their head. We're the only race on this earth that has hair. The other races have fur, much like that animal or that dog that you got or that monkey. That's fur on their head. It is not hair. Well, most of our brothers define them as the standard of beauty. We don't even know what black look like anymore. When it comes to the social media and all this TV, who represent us as black women? Either Erica Mene, Evelyn Lozado, Halle Berry, all these biracial women's, or Latino or Puerto Rican. That's who represent us as black women. That's the standard, and these black men fall into it because when you watch these videos, that's all you see. These brothers grabbing. Yeah. And they often hang out in black spaces, these type of women. They're looking for black men, even though they have black babies, right? They have black babies, right? But they still feel like they superior, and they raise their children to be superior because they're lighter complected. They're different than you. They're often prejudiced against you even while climbing up and advancing in black culture off of your black culture. This girl, Erica Mene, get all this work from Mona Scott. She stay working with Mona Scott. And what is she doing? She's still prejudiced against us, the black women, while climbing up and advancing off of the sweat of our back, while climbing up and acting out this stereotype of this is how a black woman's supposed to act. I can bet you if you go to a Latina or a Latina event that she attend, I don't know what you call her, Hispanic, Latino. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know how she identify herself. Well, let's just say non-black social event. She will be on her best behavior. She will act responsible and professional in her own environment. But she come over here with Mona Scott and everywhere else in the black spaces, and she feed this stereotype to the public. Blue monkey, that's what you are. Not just a monkey, y'all, but a blue monkey. You blue black. You black of the black of the black. And that's what she's saying, a blue monkey. That's what she's saying. And then I got to hear a lot of people defending these racist slurs. Yeah, I hear, oh yeah, well, you know, she shouldn't have said nothing about her child. Yeah. That's what you say. That's the reason. That's a good enough reason for her to use these racial slur and dehumanize the entire race. We're the lowest species on this earth. That's what she was calling the entire race when she said that. Look at you, you monkeys. Blue monkeys, that's what you are. She's superior. She's more beautiful. She's better than, even though all these black men's been treating her like trash, she still feels like she's better than the black woman. When I hear our people defending this racist woman, these racial slurs, y'all know they suffer from post-traumatic slave syndrome. A lot of us do. You overlook that she is dehumanizing our race. You overlook that. Post-traumatic stress, post-traumatic national identity is when you see value and beauty in any other race besides yours. Even though you got black parents, you got a black mother, a black grandmama, black daddy, but you can't find no value. You can't see no beauty in your own race of people. The black woman that carried you in your womb. The black man that put his seed and made you. If you're a woman dating a white man and you only date white men, you don't see no value in the black man. Opposite. If you're a black man dating a white woman, that's all you date. You don't see no value in your mother, your grandmama, all those women that suffer and sacrifice to keep you safe and to bring you here into this world. Something is wrong with that picture. And it comes from parents teaching, because you want to teach your child that, you know, the world is colorblind. You're afraid to teach your child self-love. My child self-love. Because you want your child to grow up colorblind. So your child walking around here with this false identity, a false sense of self. Let me tell y'all something. At the age of 3 or 4 already, a child in America understands what race is. Already the child knows the level of respect and value that comes with their culture at the age of 3. That black child see less value and less respect in his culture because we don't teach it to him. Level, respect, and status. This white child already know the level, respect, and status that she gets, or the Asian, or the Latino, because they are taught that from the time that they grow up. It's nothing wrong as teaching your children to be self-loved. Love themselves first. Now that show from Love and Hip Hop with Erica Benet, where she called this girl a blue monkey, and then go whoop 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 whoop, made monkey sounds at that. then told the girl she should have died while she was sick. When she was critical ill, she should have died. That's how I was going to say, why didn't they edit that out? That was shown, they did that 5 months ago, y'all. They had no intention of firing Erica Monet. Don't they would have fired her 5 months ago when they filmed it. But it was somebody on that production team wanted her gone. They wanted America to see just who this girl was, so they showed it. And Mona Scott Young, now she gonna come forward and say she fired her. Well, she didn't say she fired her. She said she handled it. So I don't know if she fired her or was she put on suspended, or will she be back in the future? I don't know. But she didn't intend on doing nothing to this girl. That girl keep a job with Mona. She done brought her all the way from New York all the way down here to Atlanta. Why wasn't she fired 5 months ago? And then they didn't even have to even bring that to the surface, because they hadn't intended on firing that girl, y'all. It was the public outrage, and maybe they thought if they show this, that would get a lot of views, but it backfired on them. It was the public outraged because this girl just dehumanized a whole race of people. So let's look at Spice. Spice and Erica Monet was arguing. It was going back and forth. Spice, Erica felt like her husband gave Spice more attention when he was sick. He showed more love and more gratitude. And that wasn't going by past her, because why? I'm Hispanic. No, I'm supposed to be the standard of beauty. How dare he put you over me? That was an insult to her ego, because she walking around here in black spaces thinking she all that. Spice said, well, how is that my business or my concern? That's what Spice said. Get the arguing, they keep arguing. She said, well, because I'm his wife. Yeah, Spice still said, well, that's not my concern. Anyway, they were divorced or divorcing or something like that. Them two was having problems. Neva Smith said Erica Monet has called other black people monkey. She called reality star Johnny Blaze a monkey. She called a blogger a monkey a few years ago. Yeah, absolutely. And Mona Scott knew that. Mona Scott still hiring her. Anti-black. These non-white girls come into our spaces and they are anti-black, y'all. But what we do, we embrace the black and brown coalition. We fight for them. Something happened to a black woman. The police go out here and kill a black woman right now. They not going to say one word. They're going to ignore. We fight for their struggles, as well as our ancestors died for all these races to come in here and benefit off of our struggle. We're at the bottom of the pole. They push us down to the bottom. They come over here. They get the benefits benefits that we fought for, all the jobs. Push us down at the bottom of the pole and look at us and call us monkeys. Yeah, you benefiting. This girl benefiting. This girl making money off the black culture, y'all. She advancing, climbing up the ladder. I saw her. She doing movies now. Climbing up the ladder. She doing movies, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen her, but she on a Lifetime. She got a lot of movies out on Lifetime now. How did she get there? Through Mona Scott, pushing her on up the ladder as this beautiful chick. So these non-black races intentionally infiltrate our spaces to get employed, to make money off our culture, our music, our dance, our look, our hairstyle, our dress, our everything, but they still are anti-black. Oh, you're a blue monkey. Blue black. Blue black. That's what she mean. Blacker than black. That's what blue black mean, y'all. It ain't cause she got a blue hair on. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm more pissed off at the level of our people. The level of our people defending her. She have absolutely degraded a whole race of people, a whole race of black people, but they defending her. Oh, she shouldn't have said. She shouldn't have said that her son didn't like her. Erica said that before plenty of times. When they be asking you, where your son? Why your son don't live with you? Oh, he don't like me. He don't like living with me. That's her answer. Spice got to talking about, well, you want everybody around here to feel sorry for you because you're a single mama. I've been a single mama, what she said, about 15 years. This girl ain't never been no single mama, Erica Monet. Her mama the grandma raised that boy. Yeah. That grandmama raised that boy. She ain't been no single mama. She been able to go around here fancy free, do what she want to do. She act like she embarrassed over her son. Yeah, I said it. She act like she embarrassed over that oldest boy. All right. Oh, let's see what Never Smith said. I don't understand why a lot of black people are defending her. She probably calls her so-called black friend monkeys behind their back. Yeah, absolutely. What you think all of them do? They be out here damn married to these white women, married these white women, probably in there talking like a dog about your black mama and your black daddy. You be here taking care of their ass, and they in there looking down on you, calling you black monkeys. Still, you taking care of them. They still walk around in your house thinking they more superior than your ass is. Hey, Linda Gamble, Gwendolyn Love, Nosy Rosa Graham, all the content creators that are here, thank you. I think I saw Brown Eyes, Pretty Brown Eyes, Pinky. Pinky, I'm going to send you the link. Right now, I'm sending a link to Pinky only until I get ready to send a link out to the rest of y'all. So this link is going out to Pinky. Oh, let me do house rules, y'all. Everything is just my opinion, my co-host opinion. Everything is educational and entertainment benefit. And also, I just want to say everything is allegedly fair use. Yeah. Okay, so hey, Nosy Rosie Graham is speaking. Linda Gamble is here. I thank y'all for being here. I want to thank y'all for the Cash App. I want to thank y'all for all the financial support. I have Cash App, Super Stickers, and PayPal moving through here. I'd like to thank you guys for that. So
Good morning, everybody.
hold on, Pinky.
Okay.
So I want to say that the Latino culture, all these non-black cultures, right? They don't support our policy, but they'll support the policy when it benefit them. Just think that one of them get murdered by the police, we coming to their rescue. That's when they support our policies. But other than that, they the biggest one against us getting reparation. Y'all need to keep up with this policy. They all up there telling us we don't need reparation. But they here benefiting off the sweat of our ancestors back. Erica Mino and Evan Lozano. They like to differentiate themselves, y'all, as being white or closer than white because they want to be accepted. But then they advance by getting wealthy off of our culture. Hey, Pinky, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. You just woke up. I actually woke up at 9 o'clock. My husband wasn't here to wake me up. The house is dark. I looked at my phone and it said 9. I jumped out of bed. You know, I have a problem with waking up early. But I do. My husband just wasn't here. It's his fault. But at least I'm here. I'm here, guys. Hi, everybody in the house. I see Miss Reese, Trinity at some point, then the Gamble. Everybody is here, and I'm happy to be here. Yes, I am. And you know what? We're on a good topic. Yes, we are. We're on a topic that needs to be discussed, need to be said, because Erica, she brought this on herself. This is nobody's fault but hers. That didn't roll out of her mouth that hard. It came out quite comfortably. So that means she either been saying that or thinking that. Like you said, she ain't called other people that monkey. So, you know, most people think that was an accident. No, that was no accident. She knew exactly what she was doing, and she thought she was going to get away with it again because of her pale skin. But no, you're not going to get away. And like you said, that's been shot. This scene has been shot many times before. So if it's been shot many times before, why they just waited so long to get rid of her? They was giving her a pass. They was doing it for the money. It's all about the money for them. It's not about anything else. It's all about the money. Now, this woman has propelled herself to be in movies. Movies. Because I looked at them last night. This is not one movie that she's in gotten. This woman is becoming, you know, how they get on these platforms. And if you're smart enough, you know how to get yourself, use that platform to gain other things or do other things. And after the divorce from, what's his name, Safari? Oh my gosh, he's a train wreck in himself. But I'm not going to even worry about him because I don't like Safari anyway. Just my opinion only. I don't care nothing about him nor her. But for her to sit there and now, Spice was her friend, or at least they got along on the show or portrayed that on the show. And for that to roll out of her mouth, that means she's been thinking that for a long time. When she looked at Spice, she had to be thinking that. And like she said, it was in the heat of the moment. No, that was no, if it was in the heat of the moment, like a person that's drunk, they tend to tell you exactly what they're thinking. Or during the heat of the moment, they may say exactly what they're thinking or been thinking. That's what she's been thinking. That Spice is like she said, blue monkey. Now, not just a monkey in itself, but a blue monkey. That's like Black Titanic say, that's the blackest of the black.
Blackest of the black. Right. Miss Allen Duncan said, what Erica said is how she feels. That's right. She's a product of her environment. That's right. Call them all out. To know better is to do better. There's no excuse. Black men and black women. Speak on it. Black Titanic. Now, this is what I'm getting ready to do. We're getting ready to show a bunch of films. Now, y'all know what that made me thought of. Some of y'all might have seen this before. His name was Otto Bingo. They looked at him as being a monkey and put him in a zoo in New York, a black man. We had a lot of, no. We had they used to run zoos in New York, and they would put our ancestors in zoos, y'all.
Right, they did. And because a lot of white, clear people never seen a brown skinned person before. And then they take the most darkest ones and put them in zoos. Yes, I have heard about that Black Titanic. Speak it. We need to know. A lot of people don't know. So you can really get educated today. And I want to say, Miss Black Titanic, I'm glad to see you home. You are home. Yes. You all, we need to celebrate that Miss Black Titanic is in her house. She is home now. Let's send her some flowers. Mm-hmm. Yes. What do you do when you're at home? When you make it to a home, you get flowers at your home. We need to flood the chat with some flowers. Miss, if you don't flood the chat with some flowers, you're gonna hurt my feelings. We got to have some flowers up in here. Show that love. Let's show some love. I see Miss Reese already got a flower sitting there. Show some love for my Black Titanic.
Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. This is Arthur Omer, and remember, eagles fly with eagles. Bingo, when they held him in monkey caves, consider him to be a ape, a monkey, just like Erica did.
The boy in the cage with a monkey is an outrage. The Negro race in America has a hard enough time as it is in getting away from the prejudice that's closely related to the monkey without having a member of the race placed on exhibition.
Leading men of science from Harvard and Princeton and Columbia University was saying that Africans were midway between an orangutan and a human being. So 100 years later, it should not come as much of a surprise that many people still cling to these notions of European superiority, African inferiority.
Where to go and what to do.
Tonight, the Bronx Zoo is apologizing for a shameful and shocking episode from 114 years ago.
The zoo acknowledges past leaders.
Today on North 02, we are going to be talking about Otabanga, a pygmy from the Congo who was a victim to a variety of unfortunate events. He was born in 1883 in the equatorial forest near the Kasai River in what was then the Congo Free State. Colonial rule and tribal conflicts had historically not mixed well in Africa. Even worse, hunter-gatherer tribes have often been the victims of larger groups. One day after an unsuccessful elephant hunt, Ota returned to find his village slaughtered. The perpetrator was the Force Publique, an exceptionally brutal military force established by King Leopold II of Belgium. It was a militia to control the natives. With his wife and children slaughtered, Oda himself was soon captured and sold into slavery. Most slaves were doomed to a life of hard labor exploiting the large supply of rubber in the Congo. But his story would not end there. In 1904, American businessman and explorer Samuel Phillips Verner traveled to Africa. Under contract from the Louisiana Purchase Expedition, he was sent to bring back and capture an assortment of pygmies. Verner encountered Oda's slave owner on the way to another pygmy village. With only a pound of salt and a bolt of cloth, he purchased the poor man. Verner later claimed that he had rescued Benga from cannibals. The two traveled for several weeks together before arriving at the Batwa village. Verner attempted to recruit more villagers, but the people of the village had grown distrust in the white men. Benga was very thankful to his now owner and convinced some of the Batwa men to come with him. For he himself was curious of the white man's world and willingly wanted to visit. 4 Batwa, all male, ultimately decided
They tricked
to
him,
accompany
y'all. Told him he was going to
Verner
have
also
a great
recruited
job.
other Africans who were not
Put him in the
pygmies.
zoo.
5 men from Bakuba, including the son of King Netambe, ruler of the Bakuba. The group were taken to St. Louis, Missouri in the late June of 1904 without Verner, as he had been ill with malaria. The Louisiana Purchase Expedition had already begun, and the Africans immediately.
I'm currently out of the office. I'll connect with you. After reconnecting with me, get 1.9% APR for 36 months.
Center of attention. Benga was particularly popular because he had an amiable personality, and visitors were eager to see his teeth, which had been filed to sharp points in his early youth as a ritual decoration. The Africans learned to charge for photographs and performances. One newspaper account promoted Benga as the only genuine African cannibal in America, and claimed that his teeth were worth the 5 cents he charges for showing them to visitors. When Verner arrived a month later, he realized the pygmies were more prisoners than performers. Their attempts to congregate peacefully in the forest on Sundays were thwarted by the crowd's fascination with them. McGee's attempts to present a serious scientific exhibit were also overturned. The Africans performed to the crowd's preconceived notion that they were savages. Benga and the other Africans eventually performed in a warlike fashion, imitating Native Americans they saw at the exhibition. The Apache chief Geronimo grew to admire Benga and gave him one of his arrowheads. Though this situation is entirely tragic, as a history buff, it is extremely fascinating. Benga accompanied Verner when he returned the other Africans to the Congo. He briefly lived amongst the Batwa while continuing to accompany Verner on his African adventures. He found a Batwa woman who he eventually married. Tragically, she later died of a snakebite. Benga did not feel that he belonged to the Batwa, and of his own choice, he returned to the United States with Verner. Verner eventually arranged for Benga to stay in a spare room at the American Museum of Natural History in New York while he was tending to other businesses. The curator of the museum was impressed with Benga and welcomed him. He initially enjoyed his time at the museum, where he was given a Southern-style linen suit to wear when he entertained. But he became homesick of his own culture. The writers Bradford and Bloom imagined his feelings. What had first held his attention now made him want to flee. It was maddening to be inside, to be swallowed whole so long. He had an image of himself, stuffed behind glass, but somehow still alive, crouching over a faint campfire, feeding meat to a lifeless child. Museum silence became a source of torment, a kind of noise. He needed birdsong, breezes, and trees. Benga began acting out in violent ways until the curator asked Verner to find a new home for him. At the suggestion of the curator, Verner took Benga to the Bronx Zoo in 1906. William Hornady, director of the zoo, initially enlisted Benga to help maintain the animal habitats. However, Hornady saw that people took more notice of Benga than the animals at the zoo, and he eventually created an exhibition to feature Benga. At the zoo, the Mbiti man was allowed to roam the grounds, but there is no record that he was ever paid for his work. He became fond of an orangutan named Dohan, the presiding genius of the monkey house, who had been taught to perform tricks and imitate human behavior. How sad is it that he was so lost in cultural identity that he took more comfort with the company of an orangutan? The events leading to his exhibit alongside Dohan were gradual. Benga spent some of his time in the monkey house exhibit, and the zoo encouraged him to hang his hammock there and shoot his bow and arrow at a target. On the first day of the exhibit, September 8th in 1906, visitors found Benga in the monkey house.
So Bushman shares a cage with bronze paws. Call him a Bushman. Didn't even call him by his name.
Thank you, Sabrina Phillip, for the cash gap.
You guys. Anyway, that's what's going on. Eventually, they say he committed suicide. I never thought that he committed suicide. He was free because some black pastors got together and said that this was dehumane. But anyway, you guys, this is the Bronze Zoo. When we were held in the zoo, black people was held in the Bronze Zoo in New York, right? He wasn't the only one. There's been documentation of other blacks that was held in the zoo. Yeah, because why? We were apes and monkeys.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan, for the super sticker. And just think, you guys, if Erica had that kind of power, she would support us being in a zoo. Even Erica, all those people that call us monkey, you guys, those are the people that supported that black man being in a zoo, are the one that felt like he was a monkey. If she had that kind of power today, you bet your kids she'll put one of your children in a zoo. I'm going to keep it moving, you guys. Debbie, I'll be bringing you up pretty soon.
Good
Hey,
morning,
Debbie, how are you this morning? All right, y'all, I'm keeping it moving.
Okay.
This is the DAW test. This is about, instilling self-esteem in your children.
We're the only race that teaches our children that the world is colorblind, and in fact, it's a lie, right? So a lot of them grow up failing that DAW test. There's nothing wrong with teaching your child to love themselves first. We're not saying not to like nobody else, but we're teaching self-love. This is Dr. Umar and the Breakfast Club.
Core values about racism.
7 black people in each class, right?
Okay.
In freshman year, sophomore.
Let's start all over. All right, let's go.
Created by capitalists so they could get rich off of blacks. Mm-hmm. In other words, to get paid, we came up with a whole bunch of lies about black people to justify their enslavement. So if you get rid of the capitalism and the greed, you eliminate the racism. We say that's total bullshit. We can say you can get rid of the capitalism all you want. There's no capitalism in China, but there's still racism. Russia is not capitalist. It's one of the most racist countries on earth. You can eliminate the economic system in the all you want, but the social and psychological issue of racism will remain. Why? Because the primary function of racism is not greed. The primary function of racism is white genetic survival.
I just want to go back to something.
Sure.
I'm not married to a white woman, so I don't take anything offensive. But what, see, the problem I have is, see, this is the thing, you know, a lot of black people live in the hood, right?
Yes, sir.
Live in the hood. I live in the Queens Village. My zone school is PS34. Andrew Jackson, the first school in the country.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson.
He was one of the greatest racists of all time.
Andrew Jackson.
I'm going to have to change that name.
It's a school in Queens, the first school to have metal detectors.
You got to change it to Michael Jackson.
At first school, no. That's the one that LL Cool J is sitting outside of one of his album covers. So, what most parents did is they work very hard and try to put you in the Catholic school, right?
Okay.
Put me in the Catholic school. Now I'm in the school with all Haitians because it was all Haitians in Queens Village. I can tell you every Haitian curse out there.
Wow.
Kakashin, Fukaka, what, all that. But then, you know, when parents save money, put you in a Catholic school, high school. Problem is, you know, it's probably 7 black people in each class, right?
Okay.
In freshman year, sophomore, junior year. So
compared to how many Haitians or white?
No, just 7 black people. That's everything.
Okay.
Everything in high school.
Gotcha.
So the people that you fall in love with and that you talk to might necessarily not be
a black person.
True.
So there's that at that age of 16 and 17 when you're dating, you're not thinking, oh my gosh, I got to get me a black person. You're thinking, I like this person because she's nice to me.
So you think, but at 16 and 17, your core values about race, racism, your people's position in the American social structure have already been formed. Even white research envy says that by the age of 4, this is coming from American universities, by the age of 4, a child in America not only knows what race is, okay, not thoroughly, but superficially, they have a firm understanding of race and also the level of respect and status that their race is given within the larger social structure. This is coming from America's university. So at 4, your child knows that I'm black and black people don't get respect. A white child knows that I'm white and my people are already given.
I kind of disagree with that.
If you disagree, then you're going to have to explain away the Dow study. Explain away the Dow study. We can go and get 25 black girls and 25 white girls from the schools right here in New York City and give them the black dolls, the same Kenneth Clark doll experiment that was done 60 years ago for the Brown versus Board decision and say which one is ugly, which one is attractive, and which one would you rather be?
But the only thing that's conditioning too, you're not going to instill that in your kids. You're going to teach your kids.
You don't have to. The society will do it.
So you think society can brainwash your kids better than you?
Are you kidding me? We are living in the era of social network. This is the millennial generation.
I think in certain experiences, in certain instances,
yes.
I don't think so. Because we're too much in our kids' life. So you're telling me, right? If my son, my black son,
yes,
brings home a white girl, because
how old is he?
Not for nothing, he's 13.
Yes.
Not for nothing, we live in an area that is predominantly white.
Okay.
Reason why? Better school system, better education.
I got you.
A lot safer. So if he brings home a white girl, I should be like, son,
we need to have a conversation.
You shouldn't date her. You should date a black person.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't agree with that. So
okay, let me tell you why.
But let me like mayonnaise now. But when you go to the HBCU,
but experience what he likes.
But envy
be the person that said you can do.
No, you have to be the person because you have to teach your son loyalty to his community. European Jews do it. Arabs do it, Chinese do it. We're the only people who feel anxious and ambivalent about telling our black boys that you better love and marry a black woman. And you know why we feel ambivalent? Because all of us have been conditioned by church envy to be colorblind. We're constantly told over and over again that it is wrong to be for yourself before you are for anyone else. And that's why Africans are dead last. It's nothing wrong with being loyal to yourself.
There's nothing wrong with being loyal to yourself, but it's also who you love. I can't tell my son who he connects with better.
Can that white woman ever understand your son's struggle?
Fuck no.
Thank you. So why would you want him to spend the rest of his life with a woman who can never understand how he feels when the New York City Police Department pulls him over? You need a woman who can feel you. And the only woman on earth who can understand the black man is the black woman. And that's why I cannot respect a black man who is not committed to a black woman. That's the greatest symbol of pride in self.
I agree with you, but I do think people, fall in love with who they fall in love with. But
I'm keeping it moving, you guys. We're just listening today and learning. That is, Mary White says he's telling the truth. Lady Leo say, Mary White, I agree. Self-love is important. Okay, I'm gonna keep it moving, you guys. We're keeping it moving until the end, and then we're gonna we're gonna discuss it. There's just different videos that I'm playing that ties into this situation. Thank you guys for the super stickers, the Cash App, and everything, all financial support that y'all give me. Why can't they see beauty in themselves? You have, or their mother that raised them, the black mom that raised them, they can't find beauty or value in their mothers. So that's why they go get a white woman or a non-black woman. Why can't you see value in that black woman? Since a black mother nourished you, birthed you through the womb, same thing as a black man. Why don't you give you a black woman that only date outside your race, and a black man birthed you into this world? Why can't you see value in your own race? Let's hear it. This is Dr. Umar.
Well, let me ask you this question, right? Just to go back to the dating outside your race. You once said that dating interracially is a form of self-hatred.
Absolutely.
Why do you believe that?
Absolutely. Because why do you want to stare in the face of a member of the people who have committed the greatest human atrocities against your people? These are the people.
Is that only specifically to white people, or do you mean if they date an Asian woman or an Indian woman? Is that still the same?
Well, I got two answers. If we dealing with white people,
right?
Why would you want one of them after what they've done to us and continue to do? Because your white girlfriend's still a racist. She still doesn't value black life. You understand? That white man Serena Williams is married to, he don't value black life. You understand? That white woman that took $1 billion from Tiger Woods, she don't value black life, right? I can give you countless examples of people I've met in therapy who were called the N-word by white husbands and white wives. You understand me? White people who have sex with you, didn't the slave master sleep with our mothers and grandmothers? So just because they land in the bed with you, what makes you think that they shed their racism? They don't. White people are racist. All white people are racist. There's no exceptions. They might not all be bigots, but they're all racist. They all want their people to dominate unfairly the resources, the opportunities, and the privileges of this society.
So what
every white person?
What about the people that just say love is love, right?
Who believes love is love?
I mean, that's most people's answer.
That might be most black people. Love ain't love for most white folks. Everything white people do has a political purpose. Everything white people do has a political purpose. Ain't no love is love of white people.
Would we be considered racist if we only date within our race?
No, that's what you call race loyalty. And racism is a group system of exploitation, discrimination, oppression, bias, where one group seeks to deny all members of another group their fair share of resources, opportunities, and privileges. You know why you can't be a racist? You don't own a damn thing white people need in order to live. True. White people need you for nothing, but you need them. Whose schools our kids go to? Theirs. True. Our money in whose banks? Theirs. Who's building the houses we need to rent and buy? Them. Who's shipping our stuff around the world that we need to order to live? Them. You follow me? They don't need us for shit. We need them for everything. We are as dependent on white people today as we were when slavery ended 157 years ago. So, in my opinion, if you talk to an integrationist, and say, how far have we come since slavery? Well, we've come very far. We got a black president. Now we got a black vice president. We got a black Supreme Court justice. We got about 10 black billionaires. We got about 100 black millionaires.
And you should change it.
Because their definition of progress is based exclusively on superficial assets. Are you following me?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's the integrationist. Now you come to me, the nationalist, the Pan-African nationalist. How much progress have we made since slavery? Zero. But Dr. Umar, how can you say that? Black people got master's degrees, doctorate degrees, houses in white neighborhoods. We own our own businesses. We got millionaires. We got tech companies. Here's my question. To what extent are we now in a better position to protect and dictate the lives of our children today than we was when slavery ended? Let me ask it another way. When slavery ended, we owned 0.5% of all the wealth in America. Guess how much we own now?
The same.
1/2
Wow.
of 1%
This is
of all the wealth in
daily.
America. What the
Daily
fuck has
wrap-up
changed?
Nothing.
Nothing at all but the appearance of things.
Right.
The only thing they did when they ended slavery is change the way it looked. They traded in slavery. Before the 13th Amendment, we were owned by individuals. We was the property of individual slaveholders. After the 13th Amendment, we became property of the government itself. We are slaves of the state.
So,
Still not free.
let me ask you a question, because
Breakfast Club interviewed Dr. Umar, and we have so many black people defending Erica Mena. We have black people that defends racism, post-traumatic slave syndrome.
We hate each other. Nothing's going to change. It goes back to Rodney King. Police have a culture of getting away with killing black folks. But what made the Philando case even more egregious is the fact that he had his seatbelt on.
Yes.
Did not meet the description of the person they were seeking for.
And did everything he was supposed to do.
And had a 4-year-old child
Right.
in the back seat. And the officer still shot into the car 7 times. It don't take 7 bullets to stop anyone. And he walked. Now, what makes the situation even more criminal and more concerning for us is the officer in question was Latino. Why am I bringing that up? Because now we're moving away from the fact that white males can get away with killing black people. It's going to soon become totally comfortable and acceptable for anybody in America to get away with killing black people. This is the purge. The return of unapologetic white racist power. And America was founded on that. And one of the reasons we as African Americans keep on getting the situation wrong is we keep on trying to separate our issues from American history. We'll look at what the Constitution guarantees, but the Constitution never included you. And one thing we know about constitutional law is what? Anything included in the Constitution or in any law that does not reflect the intent of the founding fathers when they wrote the Constitution is automatically unconstitutional. You understand? So from a racist standpoint, the fact that black people are even considered citizens is unconstitutional. Because when Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton and George Washington sat down to write that document, did they ever intend for black people to be citizens of America? And the question is absolutely not.
Well, here's the thing. Is there any solutions? Like, and we know all the problems, we know all the issues, everybody woke. What do black people in America do?
Here's the situation. Until we hate racism more than we hate each other, nothing's going to change. See, our problem is totally mental. We're $1 trillion people. We got all the degrees we need, all the expertise. But you know what we're lacking? That cultural commitment to ourselves. We're the only group who don't have it.
I was going to say that it almost feels like before we can fight racism, we have to fight self-hate.
Yeah. You're going to have a civil war.
Because we don't necessarily support ourselves.
Not at all.
We don't help each other.
We're anti-African.
And a lot of times when, it's difficult because it always seems like it's always a scheme. It's always something like
we don't trust each other.
We don't trust each other at all. And that's the problem. Like, we can't come together to fight racism or to fight anybody else if we can't trust our brother.
You got 2 major issues supporting exactly what you said: an identity crisis and psychological homelessness. An identity crisis. Black people know they're not American, but they will fight like hell to protect that identity because they don't want to be identified with who they really are, and that's being African. We hate our Africanity. That's exactly why when I created the Unapologetically African movement, you see how quickly it morphed into unapologetically black. I never said unapologetically black. I said unapologetically African. But even within the black consciousness community, we are still anti-African because deep down within our subconscious, we were all conditioned by the same superstructure that made us feel that Africa wasn't anything worth claiming. So the blackness is a step away from whiteness, envy,
right?
But it's still 10 steps away from your Africanity.
Raised like that, as a kid, I'm not going to say my parents, but you always know when you get out the hood, you're doing well. When you live with the white folks, you're doing well.
Exactly.
When you have a lawyer and your lawyer's white, you're doing well. When you have a white accountant, you're doing well.
So your standard of excellence is outside of your community.
Absolutely.
And we're the only people who have a standard of excellence, an ideal to achieve, that was created by our oppressor.
See, my father used to always instill in me that, black is beautiful, or he'd be listening to James Brown say a lot, I'm black and I'm proud of. We'd be wearing the African medallions, Malcolm X hats. Like, he would always make me watch Elijah Muhammad videos, Farrakhan videos. So I always thought black was the shit. But when it came to business, I would always hear my father, that's why you can't do business with no niggas. You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
Like, that's what would want my mentality when it came to doing business. But as far as like just black pride, I was always like proud.
And that's the same thing. You always had black pride, but when it came to business, it was like, I've heard it a million and one times. That's why you can't do those jobs.
In other words, what? The pride is superficial. It's intellectual, but it's not internalized. For example, we had a lot of great scholars. Take my ancestor, Frederick Douglass, who knew their history and still married white women. How did that happen? Now, yes, he was an old man. I give him that. His first wife, Anna Murray Douglas, a blue, black, purple chocolate woman with nappy hair to 50 years, who birthed all of.
Okay, I'm going to keep it moving. I got just 2 more slides. I want to address Emma Tentuous and Mary White. Y'all say it's wrong to speak on anybody's child. Yes, that's wrong. And Erica was wrong. Our problem with Erica is that she continuously called black people monkey.
Yep.
It's over and over and over. She called black women's monkey and ugly. And that's our problem with Erica. I know we're not putting all this on all Latino, all non-white. This is not what this is about, y'all. This is about Erica just continuously calling black women's monkeys. That was not the only time she called a black woman a monkey. It's over and over and over. And even when she just sitting around talking and laughing, she make jokes out of us being monkeys, make jokes out of us being ugly. This is our problem with her. Yeah, it was. Go on.
She's given a pass. That's why she keeps doing it. She's given that pass. Nobody checked her in the beginning. She had no repercussions in the very time she did it. So she thinks it's okay. She's given that pass to keep doing it over and over.
She keep getting a pass, you guys. So we know that it's wrong to speak on anybody's child. I want y'all to stay focused on her dehumanizing the black race. This is what this is about. This is about non-white people dehumanizing the black race. Okay, Miss Justice, I'm gonna bring you and Debbie up. I have to get finished. I put too many people up here while the film is going. It freezes up the film. So I'm gonna bring y'all up in about 10 minutes. The rest of y'all. Debbie, don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere, Debbie.
Yeah, I'll bring y'all up because it freezes up the video, y'all. So give me a few more minutes before I bring y'all up.
Okay.
I see y'all down there. You see them down there fussing in the chat.
Yes, I see them. Yes. They got some opinions. I love it. As long as your opinions is respectful, we love it.
Okay. I think this is the last video, y'all.
Okay.
I don't know what I do.
While we try to get that together, let me just shout out everybody.
Okay, go on.
Okay. No, we go ahead.
You gone. You got a few minutes for to say
Okay.
something.
I'm going to go ahead and shout out some of the people that okay. I'll do it later.
So this is about Spike and Erica. That racial name that she called. White Latina racist Erica Monet ethnicity comes under scrutiny in wake of Spice Monkey controversy. Erica Monet called Spice Blue Monkey on the latest episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Erica Monet recently got involved in a heated exchange with Jamaica dancehall singer, songwriter, actress, and a talented businesswoman Spice when the duo appeared in the latest episode of reality show Love and Hip Hop Atlanta edition. In the episode, Erica Monet and Spice are seen seated opposite each other having lunch, and then engaging in an argument about who has the worst situation in life. At one point, Spice confronted Erica for getting upset at her ex-husband, rapper Safari, because he cried for the former when she was hospitalized. She was almost on death row. But he didn't shed a tear when he and Erica got a divorce. So this enraged Erica. Not only that, but when Spice asked Erica Monet why she always compared their life situation, the latter said, I was his wife and he felt nothing. So, in a constant comeback was that it has nothing to do with me, says Spice. She also noted that Erica should stop complaining about being a single parent as it was nothing new for her, and also because her eldest child allegedly hated her, she added. That she too was a single parent for many years, but never lamented over each other. So y'all know then that's when she threw over the table. They started engaging in a physical and verbal altercation. I didn't see nobody but Erica throwing over the table, so I don't know why he said both of them was in a physical uh, altercation, throwing nasty insults at each other. Only thing I heard was that, maybe your son don't like you. So Erica started turning the tables over, and while the host Shanika tried to make peace. So y'all know what she called her, a blue monkey. And not only that, she go whoop 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 whoop. She started making fun of her. She started doing monkey sounds, you guys. And then don't forget, she said she should have died. Here it is. Spice had a second chance in life, and she wished death upon her. Yes, blue monkey. Y'all know back in the day when they call you blue black, that means you were the blackest of the blackest of the black. So that's what I got out of it. But anyway, how could you guys have a lady like this, Erica Monet, in your mix, in your space? And not only that, she didn't even say it around a group of her own peers, a group of white people. She felt so comfortable to disrespect everybody in the room, which was black. She was so comfortable with saying that. Yes, everybody in the room was disrespected when she said that. Not only a spice, y'all. She has no respect for any of you guys. She felt superior to you guys. It ain't that she been treated any better by these black men. We all know that Rich Dollar dogged her out. We know how her husband dogged her out, but she still feels superior to black women in general. She felt like, she's the ideal beauty. She's the one that's on a pedestal. She's the most intelligent one. Blue monkey, she called this girl. And for the life of me, some of you are defending this girl. There is nowhere on this earth where nobody should have to endure a racial insult. And see, other races are on code. You can never call a Jew a name without all them being on code. That's why they're respected. Their race is very respected. Other races are respected because they don't play that.
But why do you feel the need to compare us though? Because at the time, any woman would have. And why? Why would you compare? You're saying that he felt that way. I was his wife, and he felt nothing. That don't have nothing to do with me if he felt nothing for you. So it's just confusing. You're telling me, if you were in my shoes, you're telling me you would have felt no type of way. Okay, what do you mean if I was in your shoes? In what way? What do you mean? Because if you were Miss Erica, you feel like you're the first woman to be divorced. That's the problem. I feel like you're acting like you're the first woman to be divorced, and you're the first woman that's left with 2 children to fend for. I've been doing it for 14 years. I've been doing it for nowhere. Okay? 16. Okay, with your son that don't like you. What you said. Started the conversation. Grace is officially disgrace in my book. This woman was given a second chance at life by God. And here she is choosing to use that second chance at life to come at me and my son. It just speaks volumes on who she is. Once you cross the line and speak on my kids, just know we will forever have beef. These bitches ain't just shaking tables, they flipping them. What the? That bitch should have died. You want to mention I did? You should have died, bitch. Yeah, open the door. Let me out. Let me out. I'm gonna keep myself in there. Let me out.
Yes, I hate
you. That's what I hate you, bitch. You monkey. You little monkey. Eric, I cannot believe you. You just called this girl a monkey and then said she should have died. What type of is this? You have Jamaican children. Would you like somebody to call your children monkeys?
All right, so somebody's saying, no lie mentioned, my kids and I get real ugly. Listen, if you sitting up in black women's faces and black women's faces becoming popular and famous off the backs of black women, from the attention of black women and being a preference in the space of black women, and then the moment that you get upset, the very first thing that you start do is start hurling racial epithets at black women, then you have a problem. If you want to talk about ugly, the only ugly person is you. I didn't stutter.
Now here's where Erica, you monkey, you blue monkey. She flipped over the table. She did, oh wow. And then she makes a monkey sound. But this what gets me is that you is in a room full of black people. and you disrespected the whole entire room. You showed your white superiority right there in that room. Here you see her flipping over the table, right? She's flipping over the table, and the young lady was a Chicano trying to establish peace between the two ladies. But here she go again. She said that B should have died. So we do know that Spice had a near-death experience, and I think it was over some cosmetic surgery. She really did. Spice have said that, she had a second chance in life. You should have died. You should have died. That's what she said. Let's keep it going.
You should have died, bitch! You monkey! You little monkey!
And fans began cheering. Now, not only that, she said, you monkey, you effing blue monkey. She gets out to the car and go, whoop, 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 whoop. Start making monkey sounds. I started reflecting back on Otto. Otto was a black man that they held in the zoo. Why? Because of his skin color. Yes. And for all of you out there that's saying it's okay, she talked about that little boy, her little boy. She shouldn't have said nothing about her little boy. She got what she deserved. It reminds me of Otto being in the zoo, because that's what they call him, a monkey. So you okay and that you're okay and our ancestors that they used to put in the zoo because they said we were monkeys. You guys got a lot of self-hate. You got a lot of nerves. All of you that is saying that Spice got what she deserved. I think at one point Spice said, well, this is what I signed up for. No, this is not what you sign up for, Spice. You did not sign up to have racial slurs thrown at you. You did not sign up for this woman to come in black spaces to get rich off of black people and then turn around and insult you after she a garden of all the wealth in your spaces. Yeah. And she's no different. We had Evelyn Lozado when she gave a picture of the other young lady, called the other young lady a monkey. Yeah, OG. Yeah. These non-black women come around us in our spaces. They have children by black people, but they still are racist, you guys. But for some reason, the white woman always get a pass. A white man would have said that it would have been, I think everybody would have been unified. But because she's a white woman, we straddling the fence. Because of the white woman, so many black men have gotten murdered or killed. Because of white women, so many of our black sisters have gotten killed. They always get a pass. We're on this sisterhood. But guess what? When something happened to our children where they've been murdered by these race soldiers, you barely hear them talk about being a sisterhood. They barely say anything against. Yeah, you blue monkey. Whoop, 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 whoop. You blue monkey. And said it in black spaces too. Disrespect your children. You disrespected everybody around you.
And thank you so much for having me. So Spice, I gotta get right into it. I opened my Instagram this morning and I see you all over the gossip blog.
Really?
I see you, yes.
I wonder what it is this time because it's always something. You know, it's spicy. So it's always something spicy.
Are you good?
I'm great, actually. I'm doing so great. I'm on my, Wusa journey to becoming, this new woman, this new walk. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Spicy. Somebody flipped the table at me. Called me a monkey.
Oh wow.
I'd be, taking off my earrings, ready to tussle a little bit, and I kind of.
I feel like that comes with I know what I signed up for.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'm in a better space right now.
So reality TV, is it?
It comes with it. You know what the franchise is about. So it's okay for me.
But it's worth your peace of mind.
I have my peace of mind. Nobody takes my peace of mind away from me. Because someone's opinion of me does not value who I am. And does not because someone thinks something of me, that doesn't mean that's who I am. I'm the person that came up with colorism a few years ago. I'm black and beautiful. I'm bleached, proud, I'm a color. I've been done it, said it all. Always reminding my melanated women how beautiful they are, to love themselves, who they are. Like someone can't come and say a few words and that's going to get me into a mood like, no, that doesn't define me. I know who I am. So,
When people used to say those words to you, I imagine as a little girl, because I'm a dark-skinned woman too, and I was a dark-skinned little girl in Mississippi. So I get it. Did that kind of trigger little Grace?
It did at the time, but like I said, now here with you, I'm in a better space.
Yeah.
Because like I said, that doesn't define me.
It doesn't define
at all.
I love that.
So how are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank
You
you
look
for
great.
asking. That's right. I want to get into your childhood a bit, and we're talking about money. This is new money.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me, what was your economic situation like? Were you middle class or?
I would say I come from humble beginnings. So I would say my childhood was from the poorer class. I remember I used to walk to school because there was not enough money to, pay the bus fare or the taxi fare. So I used to walk miles to school. That's what
Okay, you're rapping for us. This is Spice. She said that she was not affected by what Erica said. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Amani. I decided to do this test with her, and I don't know what she's going to choose, but I'm going to do this test with her, and then I'm going to run the film. She has never saw the film before. We've never done this test before. I put both of your dolls, Amani. What color dolls do you have? Okay, put them down. Okay, which doll is the prettiest? Okay. Put it down. Which doll is the smartest? Okay. Which doll look like you? Now, can you tell me which doll is white? Can you tell me which doll is black? Okay. Can you tell me which doll would you rather play with? Can you tell me which doll would you rather be like? Okay. So this is my money. This is my grandbaby. You can go ahead on and play, babe. I've never taught her this, but what I did was taught her self-esteem. She just been allowed to play with white dolls. I've never allowed her to play with white dolls until I taught her self-love of herself first, right? We have so much going on. So I'm going to put on this next slide. She never saw it before, but I want her to watch it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Amani. I decided to. This is Erica, and they call me Spice. Okay, so my granddaughter Amani has never seen this before. This is her first time seeing this. As y'all can see, I did the doll test with her, right? I taught her self-love, and she picked herself. So let's just see how they go. You ready, Amani? What do you say? I let the audience hear you. Are you ready to watch this? Yeah. Have you ever saw this before? No. Okay, here we go.
Which doll is the black doll? And which one is the white doll? And which doll is the pretty doll? Which doll is the nice doll? And which doll is the bad doll? Which doll is the nice doll? And which doll is the bad doll? And why is that doll pretty?
Because he's white and he has 2 eyes.
Which doll is the ugly doll? Why is that doll ugly?
Because he's black.
Which doll looks most like you?
Like me.
Yeah, which one looks like you?
And that one.
It's sad. I fought the pain. So that's sad, Amani. What you think about that?
All the other ones, they said that the other ones like they like the other ones white than the other girl with the bird.
Put that down, please. Okay, y'all saw those children? Dr.
Yes,
Umo,
yes.
Dr. Umo, it proves that at the age of 3 to 4 years old, America has already conditioned our children. The white kids know the level of respect and the status and the value that their culture have. And so do our children. Those kids were choosing that white doll. Which one was the prettiest? Those children chose the white doll. Which one was the smartest? Those children choose the white doll. Who's the ugliest one? They chose the black doll. Who's the prettiest one? They chose the white doll. It starts early in the home, and y'all gotta quit being with this colorblind stuff, because when you do that, you set your children up for self-hatred. You setting them up. There's nothing wrong with teaching your children to love themselves. It's not racism. I used to hear that so much that I was a prejudice, that I was racist. But you see the results of it when my grandbaby sat down. She never played with a white doll before. I bought her that white doll just for that experiment. Yeah, she go to school and play with white kids. She play with white kids out in public. That's not what y'all telling y'all children, that they can't socialize with white people, that they can't be with white people. You're only teaching self-love because of how the culture is. We have to deprogram our children from all this that they teach them in this culture. They teach them that they are monkeys, that they are ugly, that they are devalued, that they are inferior. And they internalize this even at the age of 3. Yeah. Hey, Miss Pastor Justice, you can come on up. Debbie, where you at? I don't know if she's still there. Let me send an invite to Debbie and see if she gonna come up. Okay, you can get started. Since you've been up there for a while. Hello, Pastor Justin. What you had to say?
Hi, Miss Titanic. Hi, Miss Pinky.
Hello, how you doing?
I am blessed, thank you. Yes, ma'am. I just want to say, a lot of people, they hear what you're saying, Miss Black Titanic, but they don't understand. Some of them are saying, well, my kid is never being told that they are less than, or they're not being degraded. But yes, they are, because if you watch even in the movies that your children have watched, that you gave an A rating to, uh, um, Boys in the Hood, Friday. Smokey was a junkie. You smoked too much. I mean, and it was funny, but it was conditioning young minds when you were watching this. It was conditioning your children to think and see Black people in a different light than they would see other people. The movies with the strippers club, all the Black women in there they were the main targets of the movie, being prostitutes and in your kids' mind, yeah, this entertainment. But as children grow up, they are preconditioned to see themselves in a different light. We have even content creators saying, hey, I've been on the pole, I've done this and I've done that. But how can you go to that level and not have been conditioned prior to? You didn't just wake up one day and say, I'm gonna be a stripper. I'm going to the pole. I can make some money like that. What is it that gave you that knowledge? It was partial community environment, at home, movies, stuff that you've watched. So yes, our children are being conditioned. And then to the Black man who says, oh, I love Black women, but I just ain't gonna marry one because they nag, that's the normally excuse they go to. Black women nag. No, Black women expect you to rise, where a other colored woman is not even really, not the unchaperoned of them, going to even fool with you unless you have risen already. So that when it all go down, they're able to be provided for. And when you started out, you started with the Black woman who accepted you for who you were, not what you had. And once you have something, they move to the area of, as the old people used to say back in the day, different level, different devil. So when you rise up in the NFL, in the NBA, on TV, talk shows, then now you're suitable for our precious lily. Now you're suitable. Prior to that, men were hung. They were lynched, not for touching, looking, just looking at our pure white lilies. Emmett Till. They were destroyed just for looking. If I think you desire our preciousness, we'll kill you. And now to have a non-Black woman is a status to these men. It's a power status. I have reached it. I have accomplished. I can and I do. But look what happened to each and every one. Just go back. Just go back. OJ, go back. Just go back and look. Once they have taken the green from the Black, they through with you. That is the way history has been forever. Forever. Even in our community, when a store is put up and it's non-Black owned and you're shopping there, you're welcomed in. Trumpets are sounding. But soon as the economy get to the point that you don't have no green with your Black self, you're no longer welcome. It's not about you. It's not about you as a person. It's about you and what you possess, whether you're welcome or not, in all these vineyards that are non-Black owned. And you say, well, why is that? Because I have a good friend that's non-Black. You have an associate that's non-Black, because we have failed to learn the meaning of friendship. We accept association as friendship. We accept co-workers as friends. No. When it come down to time to be laid off, you better think twice. And when it come down to reporting you, as you saying, that's my friend, look, don't do that. That's not right. They going to the boss, the master. They going to the boss and report you. So we got to learn what friendship is. The basic things is what we haven't learned because of our history. We weren't able to be friends back then. Blacks were not allowed to be friends. You're the house in and you're the field in. And the best way to control them is to have them against one another. If I can get you to think yourself more higher than the field in, You gonna stay, yes, master, this our house, and they trying to steal some of our apples out the orchard. And you don't own nothing. You don't own nothing. You hollering about my job. You don't own nothing. You don't own nothing.
Yeah.
My house, but you got to pay taxes on something you say you own. You own nothing. This is America, United States of America. Let's take out that united and just say this is America, because unity is not there. Even in this chat, I'm sitting here looking and praying, because the way the enemy operates is divide and conquer. That's the standard. That's the standard. Divide us. That's why they went to Africa. They didn't set up slavery in Africa. They went to Africa, got people out, divide. Took people from homes, took people from families, from tribes. And then when they got you here to America, divide. We're going to sell you off. Oh, he attached to her. We're going to sell him off. Oh, she finna have a litter of babies. We're going to sell them off. Divide and conquer is the MO. And it's still working right now, even in this chat. Well, I didn't say that. And I have this too. And I know this. We don't know nothing, because if we knew better, we would do better. First of all, we would not be divided in this chat when what we're hearing is just plain adulterated truth. The Bible says the truth you know will make you free. Truth will make you free. And God has anointed this woman, Black Titanic, to bring you truth. But the problem is you can't receive the truth. You ain't ready for the truth. Why? Because you've been conditioned from mama. Come on now. It's okay to admit mama didn't know everything. It's okay to love mama, and mama have loved you and did the best she could. But it's a lot of things mama had been conditioned to. I remember my mom, first time that I rode with her, and we sat on the bus in the Acres Home area. And the white lady stood there and waited on us to get up out of our seat. And mama said, no, sit. You sit there. I felt so much pride. I felt that I didn't have to, because in my norm, that lady just got on here. She's standing. We need to move. Nobody taught me that, but I had seen it. I had felt it. This lady was special. She getting on the same bus I'm on. She paying the same money I pay, but she's more important than me. Why? I knew nothing about her, only what I saw, the color of her skin. So come on. We got to do better. And it starts with the next generation. Some of us, me too, have failed ourselves. But there's a generation coming behind us. And God is holding us accountable. See, we want God do this, God do that. No, God said, you do this and you do that. I am sending people to tell you the truth so that you can do better. And me too. I have 2 great grandbabies that I didn't have 2 years ago. And that's some things that I just, in life, you get so busy and things just slip past you. That's the enemy's motive of operation. You just get you so unfocused on little things. The Bible says the little things that spoil the whole barrel. Just the little things. Not telling your child how beautiful they are. Not telling them you the greatest thing since Kool-Aid. Not letting them know you can do all things in Christ. Not telling them that you are beautiful. I love your hair. I don't care how kinky it may look to you. I love your hair. I love the way you all listen to you. I love the way you speak. I learned that and I started doing that, but I didn't know that at one time. But if you can't change, you can't make a difference. I'm so appreciative of Miss Black Titanic. I thank God for her, because what she's doing is not of her own. She didn't wake up one day and say, this is what I'm going to do. No, God put that in that woman. He sent her. He said, I send you. You can't do this kind of stuff unless God send you. She ain't big and bad enough to do this without the power of God. So receive today. Let's everybody consciously say 15 minutes a day. I'm going to acclimate myself or my grandchild or my great-grandchild, even my son that's now older. If he's grown now, what's wrong with calling him up, letting him know, you're a wonderful young man. You know, I have been so proud of you all your life. I mean, what's wrong with that? What's bad about that? Why does that make us? They do it. Why can't we start right where you are today? Cause I am Miss Black Titanic. Thank you so much, Miss Sweetie, Miss Thank y'all, Miss Pinky. Thank y'all so much.
You're welcome.
And that's all I want to say, Miss Black Titanic.
Okay, Debbie.
Good
Welcome,
morning,
Debbie.
ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Debbie. And those were some great. I enjoyed what you just said.
Yeah,
That was
thank you,
great.
Pastor Justice.
Yes.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi. Yeah, she made great points.
Yes.
Racism is something that's been around forever and is still around. Mass incarceration is racism. It's taking Black families from their children, and they're doing labor for jobs that people don't want to do. Okay, they even taking moms from children now and locking them up. So mass incarceration is racism. As far as Spice and Erica Mena, this is not the first time Erica Mena has said this about a Black woman. Johnny Blaze.
Yep.
She also called her a monkey as well, if you go back.
Yeah.
Erica Mena, she doesn't like Black women, but she likes Black men. And that's just to show Black women that your Black men don't think much of you and they want me. So they have her looking down on Black women. This is what she's been taught, and this is what she thinks. She thinks that the Black man is going to cherish and queen her and belittle us. Little does she know the man that she picked, even though he'll do it to a Black woman, he'll also do it to her.
Yes,
You know, people think skin color is everything, but it is not. As you can see, she has 3 biracial children. So what is that saying? You pick these men because you think that they didn't want their own race of women, that you were a trophy. Well, you see what that has gotten you, 3 children and no man. So to me, that man didn't think of color when he chose her. He chose her for whatever reason he chose her. She thought she was a prize and she was doing something to up Black women. All you did was had some babies by him. Now he's off to another. And for her to be mad at Spice, it really, what she's mad about, Spice and what's her name? She's on Miami. She's Cuban. Allegra or something. I think that's her name.
Allegra, yeah. She's a singer as well.
She's a singer as well. So Spice and her are friends. Safari and Spice, they have like a brother and sister relationship. Okay. When he cried for her, Erica Mena was jealous of that because he showed love to that Black woman. And she did not want that because she thought she was above and beyond that Black woman.
That is true.
So now that he's dating her friend, Erica Mena's going to take it out on Spice because she's really hurt that that Black man went back to another Black woman when all the time she thought she was a prize and she had something over us Black women.
Right.
But she didn't. You know, I don't think Spice should have said something about her child. But what she said is what she was told by her. Her child didn't like her.
She sure said it.
And she said that to her, told her that the child didn't like her. So, and or you know, but even though she said that about her child, which she shouldn't have, there was no need to go to racial slurs. But that's how Erica Miller had been feeling all the time, because this is not the first time she had said that. She says things like that to put black women in their place and to belittle them because she thinks she's better than them. So this is why she say the things that she say. I applaud Mona Scott for handling that, because after all, Erica Miller is working for black women. So how could you be on their show calling those black women monkeys? Because if you say it to one, you mean it for all.
Right.
Thank you for the cash app, Donna. Yes, Pinky, you have something to say? Thank you, Miss
Yeah.
Debbie.
I'm going to pick it back off Debbie, and thank you, Debbie, for bringing that up. And so Erica, yeah, she is jealous and and just outraged that Safari showed love for his friend, which is Spice, and cried for Spice because of what she was going through in the hospital. Now, Safari is dating her friend, like you said, Debbie, Amada. Amada, she is uh, dark skinned, just like Spice. She's really dark skinned, just like Spice. And so just my opinion, Erica is so outraged that her husband or ex-husband is dating someone that she looks at as a blue monkey, because Amada is just like a Spice, very dark skinned. So to Erica, that's just that just rattled her. That just got her all in a bunch. And not just that, Amada got 2 kids, 2 twin daughters. So her ex-husband that is coming back and forth to her, and she's pregnant too. Erica is pregnant again.
Who's pregnant?
Erica is pregnant again.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yes.
another a black baby in the stomach, huh?
Right. And then Safari is still claiming his relationship with Amada. And Amada is a singer as well. She's a singer, she's an artist. And she is in the complexion like Spice. She's so for her husband to be dating somebody with kids while he left her with kids and pregnant again. He have a pattern of leaving when they're pregnant. When you're pregnant, I got to leave. Not that he's a prize, because I can't stand a Safari. Safari don't get no kudos from me. But she is so pissed that, and I think she was taking her rage out the fact that Safari's showing Spice love, crying, emotion for Spice when he have none for her. Then he's dating someone openly and gifted her daughters, her twin baby daughters, Rolex watches on their first birthday. And she did make a statement about that, how he dare spend money on her kids when he got kids of his own. And that's a lot of money for Rolex watches. Not that the kids are old enough to wear one, but he's openly showing all the affection to Amada and not her. So she is just letting all her rage come out. And as for what she did, she just projecting all that rage on Spice. And do she need to be counted for that? Yes, because she had too many passes. The network have gave her too many passes where she had called all these other black women monkeys.
Let's just read what Frank
said. Erica has over the years spun to a promoter that she doesn't like to do work with monkeys. So, and you know who she's calling monkeys? The dark-skinned women. She's calling because she feels she's above that. So why she got to be on do anything with them? She referred to a blogger as a gorilla. Both parties have shared the stories called a family of baby kids. And you know what baby kids is, if anybody know. So yeah, she had done this and she thinks it's okay to do this. She don't think anything is wrong with it because you know how if you got a kid and that kid curse out a grown-up and you think it's cute and you laugh with it and give that kid a pass. Every grown-up say something to this kid, the kid gonna just curse them out. Yeah, so that's the same thing. They think it's okay, and it's not okay. It's about time that we rose up and spoke against that. And if she doesn't like it, she see exactly what her words would do. Get her canceled.
Do y'all remember Evelyn Lozado on the basketball wave?
Yes.
When OG approached, now OG was came on with all these ethnic features, right?
Right.
And I remember them sitting down
she was a
she
football
started
player.
started calling OG ugly. She started attacking Evelyn Lozada, started attacking OG ethnic look. Now, and then what happened was that she started telling her that she was ugly, and that's when OG let her know that her man, the one that she had just divorced, that basketball, no football, Osina, whatever his name was,
slid into a DM or something.
Yeah, he was. She had all the receipts. She showed her all the receipts, but he was trying to get with her, and that infuriated her because she felt like she was so beautiful. How dare he? How could he even look at and find a woman? Her look so beautiful, you know. How could he? She got so mad that she started sending pictures of monkeys to her.
Right.
She even started just dancing and y'all remember she was playing in her crock at the girl.
When she got off that bus, it was a bus or something they was riding, and she got off that and she just acted a fool.
Yeah,
cutting at her pouch down below and everything. Ooh,
and then y'all remember what I didn't like, that they totally took OG off that reunion. Okay, she had never threw no tables at nobody. She had never fought nobody. She never threw no glasses, chairs, or nothing at anybody. But although Evelyn had did all of that, they banned her from that reunion. She had to do a virtual reunion, right? And the reason they said that she was because they said she had violent tendencies, and they were looking at her ethnic look, her dark skin, and that's how they label her. And you know, Shani was accused of that also because she's a fair-skinned sister, so she sided with Evelyn. But
she did.
For those of
I
you,
didn't like Shani for that. I really did not like Shani. Shani always gave Evelyn a pass. Evelyn have jumped on tables at people, jumped where the producers had to grab her. She been on tables trying to go across the table to get people. And Shani, not Shani, Evelyn have thrown wine bottles at people, trying to hit them at the same time. And every time she's given a pass.
But just like Evelyn Lozada didn't like Tammy Roman.
Right.
Just like Erica Mena tried to go for Nicki Minaj.
Right.
These women are jealous of African American women because they are very talented. Erica Mena wanted to be a singer. Can't sing a lick.
Can't sing.
Now we've seen that on Love and Hip Hop New York. Allegedly, in my opinion, she can't sing a lick.
She can't.
She was mad because Rich Dollars gave that song to the other girl. I can't think of her name, but I think she was in G Unit.
Yeah, I remember.
Real good. Beautiful young lady. She
Mhm.
tried to go after that young lady.
Right.
All because she was going with Rich Dollars, and Rich Dollars was like a big brother to that young lady and a mentor. Erica Mena wanted, because she was going with Rich Dollars, wanted to go after that young lady, same way she did Spice.
Mm-hmm. She sure did. And
All
she
this is jealousy.
Yeah.
jealousy.
Jealousy.
And you're right.
And
She think because she was sleeping with Rich Dollar, everything should go to her. She should get first right for everything. There shouldn't be no question about the son. And as my understanding, they did get into a fight over that. Yeah.
okay, let
And
me
if
let
you notice, all the African American women are accomplished singers in their own right.
Right.
yeah.
Nicki Minaj don't need Safari.
No. Safari
Okay.
wrote off Nikki's back for years.
And
Okay,
stole from her.
excuse me, y'all. Let me let Pastor Justice in. She hadn't said anything in a while.
Yes,
Pastor, you still
yes,
here?
ma'am. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go back to the men, because we have young boys that are growing up, and they're going to be that next generation of young men. And I want to say that a lot of times people say that the men primarily say that she understands me, talking about the unblack woman. She understands me, and it's man, it's peaceful there with them. Well, I just want to interject that it has to, and this is my opinion, nothing to do with the platform. This is my opinion. Non-black women of that particular race are some of the nastiest women that will tolerate anything to get everything. Whereby, to me, black women, you can have ever so much money. Those who are really women. Now, it's different in a dress and a woman. It's different in somebody trying to come up and somebody trying to have a family and a home and a future and someone that has character. I'm talking about the ones that have character, the ones that are trying to be who we are professing to be, women. They will not tolerate just anything. It just doesn't matter what you have. Sooner or later, God gonna say go. And that's with the women that have character and integrity and self-worth, and you can't buy them. But the average man that comes up financially, you can buy you a woman of another persuasion because they're in it for the money. And you can't tell me that a black man that was born of a black woman is going to find the same nurturing, that understanding, that sacrifice, that love, that unconditional love. See, our race, that's why we are so envied. We don't know these things, so we can't have self-worth if we don't know who we are. We have learned, it has passed down through our DNA, the ability to sacrifice for them we love. It has passed down through our DNA how to give love and not get anything in return. To hook up with someone that we love, not because of what they got, but because of who they are. And if a black man who come from that, born out of that, tell me that the only woman he want to date is a white woman. The only woman he want to marry is a white woman. The only woman he can love is a white woman. I say he's a liar. I say he's a liar. I say he's lying with purpose. He's lying to make that woman feel special, like she is the cream of the crop. He lying to make that woman feel like I won't ever go back. I'm black, but I won't go back. You can trust me. He lying because you can't come out of something. You can't come out of a cotton field and not appreciate a cotton shirt. Huh? Talk to me, Lord. You can't come out of a predominantly black neighborhood where the next door neighbor would tap you with that switch and say, you know your mama don't get off to 5. Get in that house. You can't come from that and go to suburbia and think it's all right where the neighbors don't speak to each other no more. You just can't. You can't forget what's in you. You might deny it. You might deny it. You might pretend it don't exist. You might pretend you ain't longing for it, but there's a spirit within black people that long for liberty, that longs for love and justice. Martin Luther King didn't growing up say, one day I'm just gonna sacrifice my life for freedom. No, baby, it was in him. It was in him. We birthed in this, people. It is birthed in us. Now you can suppress it. It's called suppressing your birthright. You were created to do great things, but you can sit back and do nothing. You were created to be able to speak and cause a nation to rise, but you can keep silent if you want to. We are a force to be reckoned with. You're not discriminated against because of the color of your skin. You're just in that skin color. You're discriminated because of what's inside of the color of your skin. We are a force blessed by God. We are people through all odds, through all forms of segregation and through the lynching and the fire burning and the crosses, and we still here.
Still here.
We like that Holy Bible. They have burnt it. They have spat on it. They've urinated on it. They buried it. They call it non-existent. It is still the #1 bestseller. That's us. That's who God made us to be. And until you realize who you are, you cannot, will not, nor will you ever change anything, even in your own family, because you still walk around with your head bent down when you're in certain people's company. Don't you know you don't have to have a dime in your pocket to be great? You were created great. You don't have to own a production company. You don't have to have a dress line. You don't have to live in a certain zip code. You were created great. And they that look up on you, the Bible says, shall know that his hand is on you. They know it. You don't know it. That's why you succumb to what they say. That's why you accept what they do. That's why you're scared to open your mouth on your job, because God is no longer your source. He's no longer your source. So see, when they were out in the cotton field, picking 12, 15 hours a day, all you could hear was, They were looking to a higher power. They weren't looking to master to sign the freedom paper. But we done forgot where we come from. We done forgot who we are. Now you go back. And that's what Black Titanic is here for. That's what God is using her for. She's not just here on YouTube to be on YouTube. God put her here for you and for me, to tell us, to remind us. Teach your children. Lay your hand on your baby. Walk in that room in the midnight hour and speak over that child. You're going to do great things. Fear will not live in you. You got to do it. Jesus ain't coming back to do it. When he come back, he said, I'm coming for a people. He ain't coming back to do the work that you're supposed to do. He said, all good things I have given unto you. He's given you the wisdom. He's sent people to remind you. He's given you the knowledge. He's opened doors to education. He's opened up zip codes. He's opened up NBA, MBA. He did all of this. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
And I was just want to piggyback on what I saw in the chat where they're saying, somebody said that these black men are putting these women on a pedestal and got them in our spaces. And I think somebody brought out that, you know, these athletes, once they get a lot of money, that's what they do. They'll drop their childhood sweetheart and go to a clear person. But one thing Dr. Umar said, that how can any other race know your struggle? I mean, they may see it. If the police go out there and stop you every day, she can't feel it. She can't feel your pain. She can't feel your nothing about what your ancestors went through. So,
you know what, Miss Black Titanic? When those players and professional men drop their black sweethearts or divorce their black wives or walk away from their black children for another race, for the other race of woman, you got to remember where they came from. Were they taught? Did they love themselves? This is what you're doing right now, telling people to let's stop this, because those men have passed that learning stage of learning their worth, learning the worth of their race. They don't know. So when they get a little money and can buy anything they want, they buy them a white woman
Yeah.
because that was taboo. That was the forbidden fruit. I made it. I'm up here now. And so that's all they're doing, trying to prove that they're worthy, which they should have been taught that when they were little bitty boys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's gotta start in a home. And
Mhm.
it's like Tiger Wood. Okay, now he done made this clear person family wealthy. His wife
Mhm.
was one of the Waffle House waitress.
Mhm.
They had nothing. Now they're billionaires. I'm saying that when these black boys get these white girls and marry them into wealth, now your wealth is passed down to this white family. It's no longer in the black community. It's
Right.
gonna go to that white family, and then they gonna give you your butt to kiss.
And you know what? People, other players on their teams and other professionals in their industries are afraid to say, because they got to be politically correct, are afraid to say what need to be said. Brother, who's your slave master now? Because they don't just take what you got for themselves. They take it and put it all in their family. OJ sent all of her family siblings to college, set her dad up in business. Who was his master? Who was the puppeteer pulling his strings? They used one blonde, blue-eyed, butt injected woman to bring down a whole nation. You say a nation with OJ? A nation of people that he could have been a blessing to. A nation of little black boys and black girls that he could have sold all those funds into. But instead, it all went into her family. That's what they do. They infiltrate. They've been doing this for years. Infiltrate. And they do it by any means necessary. See, they take what we have, not just our inventions, even our way of thinking. Malcolm X said by any means necessary. They said, damn, that sounds like a winner there. So they go home and they practice. What does that mean? How do we do it? Well, I'm going to send my daughter out there. She going over here to this college. And I got one going over here. And you look for them. You find one that's headed for this. Get the highest player. And this is what they do. This is how it's played. It's really a strategic game on another level. Now they ain't taking the buck out the cornfield or the cotton field. They taking the buck off the football field. Come on here.
That's right.
Yes,
And
yes.
potential would say, Sally, some black males have engaged in so much pillow talk about how they feel about black women. It has allowed other races of women to disrespect our ethnicity further. Yeah, and potential, that's why they feel like that. That's why people like the likes of Erica can be in among all these black spaces and feel so comfortable to call a whole race of people monkey. Yeah, because she's been put on a pedestal. She's been told that she was the most desirable, the most beautiful. Yes. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay, Debbie, you quiet? You still there?
She probably got herself on mute.
I'm here. I'm
Okay.
just thinking about the young men. First of all, you came up with a black mother. So these women that you think are exotic are just toys to you. These women think they on a pedestal and that they better than African American women when they're not. Because as you can see, once these guys get these girls, they try to belittle the mother and get the guy off of him, away from his mom and his family, so they can change his way of thinking.
Yeah. You better say it. That's why some mothers can complain that, I can't even speak to my child without about that woman being, the white girl being there. I can't never speak to my child alone. And that's their purpose, Debbie. Thank you for saying that. Yeah.
Thank you, Debbie, for saying that. Like
It's-
Titanic knows.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look at Kobe Bryant and his wife. Before so I'm sorry, condolences. But before he left here, was always an issue with his family. These women come into families to tear up Black families.
Divide and conquer.
And remove these men from the moms that got them where they are, that sacrificed for them, went to the games, did all they could to see their son's dreams come true.
Mm-hmm.
And these women take them away from that, and like I said, change their way of thinking, and then don't want the moms even around.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they be, even if they living in your home, that's why they be attached to his hip. They do not, even you bring that girl in your home and she's living there, that son, she gonna follow him around the house. She gonna make sure that he don't have no alone time with y'all. That's to keep him under her control. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
You're
And
right.
these men don't have the brain enough to even think for themselves and see what's going on. Because they all mesmerized over they got this toy, this trophy.
That forbidden fruit.
Speak on it, Debbie. Speak on it.
And then as soon as the women marry them, get a couple of babies, take them for all they got, here they come back to where they started from, back to mama.
Okay, you
Been
guys.
going on for years.
Been going on for years. It's been such a wonderful chat, and I'm getting ready to close. I do. They're giving me a dinner today. I gotta get dressed, y'all. But I just like to thank every one of you, and I just like that we all gonna say our final words. My final words is, we can't make excuses for nobody when they insult us and call us racial slur. Even if this girl said that, something about her son and like her, she was repeating what Erica said. Yes, that's wrong, but we cannot make no excuse for these people when they make racial slurs about our race. Them Jews wouldn't have it. Y'all saw what they did to Jamie Foxx. He didn't say nothing out of the way, but they thought what he said was disrespectful. Every Jew was on code.
Right.
You better respect their race. The Asian, you better respect their race. There's never an excuse that you can give when you go out of line and disrespect their race. And we gotta start being like that. And remember, teach your children and your grandkids early. They feel the impact of racism early. Y'all think they too young? No, they not. Y'all saw that dog test.
Yes.
Okay, there you go. You next. Pinky.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that we had this discussion because it can't be said enough. What Erica Mena did was totally wrong, out of place, and disgusting. And she finally getting her just due after so many passes. This woman didn't have pass after pass after pass. After seeming like she should have got it right long time ago when she first started. But the network just saw great TV and just kept letting her go with everything. And as you see, she just went overboard. She just once or twice or three times is never enough. And same thing with Evelyn Lozado. She was canceled right away, but seems like Shawnee just kept giving her pass and agreed with her. And to me, I remember that scene, and that was despicable. I mean, I hurt for OG when that happened. Also, that now Erica is not just getting her just due without being fired; she's getting her just due with a mugshot as well. God don't like ugly, and he's letting her know you're going too far. But also, I'm glad to have Debbie up here. And Debbie, and it was, and I think Ms. Black Titanic can verify with that timing. Because I said, what, 10 o'clock? No, you said 10 o'clock. And I kept telling you last night, no, you're showing 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. But we all here, and I'm glad to have you up here, Debbie. Also, Justice, I'm so glad to see you as well. This was a great panel, and I think we all feel the same sentiment when it comes to what's been going on, and we're not going to take it anymore. So when you go out of line like that, you're not just disrespecting one dark-skinned woman. You're disrespecting all of us. And that's supposed to be your friend or your co-worker or whatever you want to call her. And you do that, that means you always been thinking that behind the scenes. And that's all I got to say. I'm just glad to have everybody here and everybody in the chat and everything. Thank you, guys.
Okay, Debbie.
Well, my final thoughts are for all the young men who have lost their lives, the Emmett Tills of the world. The young man that went to Idaho thinking he was visiting his girlfriend and lost his life. My condolences go out to the mothers. Mm-hmm. Teach your children, teach your sons. You know, it's a cold world out here. And like Justice says, Pastor Justice, the devil comes to seek, kill, and destroy. Mm-hmm. Teach your children well. Have a nice holiday, ladies. Thank you for having me. I had a great time, great panel. Thank you so much for having me.
Pastor Justice, say the best for last.
Oh, thank you, Miss Black Titanic. I was just sitting here thinking that, in America, we have a gang problem with our youth. And I just want to bring home to the thinking that maybe the reason why is because we have not taught our children. Because in a gang, if you say one thing about one blood, you done spoke to all the bloods. Mm-hmm. If you throw a dart at one crip, you done threw a dart at all crips. So maybe if we, at an early age, and even at the age right now, it doesn't matter how old it's never too old to learn. We learning today. It's never too old. Just because your son 35, he can learn something. He can be aware of something. He don't even have to receive it from you, but you have an obligation by God to put it out there. Mm. You have an obligation to say it. The Bible says the power of life and death is in your tongue. And it may be something that he said, oh, mama, I don't want to hear that. But when he on a dark street, met by a popo, it'll come back to him because the Holy Spirit is what brings things to your remembrance. That is true. So maybe the gang members are gang members. Maybe our children are running to gangs because there's more unity, more loyalty, more sacrifice. I'm willing to lose my job to tell my sister that they're not treating you right. But some of us sit right next to a sister, dark-skinned, who's getting discriminated against and won't open our mouth. The change starts with us. Yeah. Be willing to lose everything for everything. The same way they are willing to do anything for everything. Remember, we are opposite of evil, supposed to be. We're opposite of injustice, supposed to be. We're opposite of discrimination. And how can you not discriminate if you fail to tell your child about something that exists? That is a form of discrimination because you have left me ignorant. Yeah. You have left me ignorant to what's happening around me. So when I meet it, I'm susceptible to it. They can tell me anything and I'll believe it because you failed me, mama. You failed me, uncle. You failed me, grandma. Mm-hmm. So we're obligated by God. If God has given you the wisdom and the knowledge, it wasn't for you. It was to pass on, just like Miss Black Titanic and Miss Pinky is doing here today. That's all I want to say, Miss Black Titanic. Thank you all both so much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yeah, and it don't matter what age. We got to talk to our grown sons and our daughters. If they
Mhm.
out here dating outside their race, we need to talk to them, find out why. Why
Mhm.
can't you see beauty in your own race? I bore you in my womb. It's your
Mhm.
dead seed that made you. What happened? Where did I go wrong? Now, it's one thing if they just like dating women. It's like
Mhm.
Safari to me just like dating women. He date black women, white women, all of them. But when they
Mhm.
exclusively deny their own race, something is going on with them mentally.
Mhm.
We need to find out. We need to find out.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
and can I just say this before we leave Black Titanic? I know you have. When I was growing up, uh, and I would be in Jackson, Mississippi, with my grandfather. My mom's dad was his mother was white, his dad was black, but he had no trace of. When you look at him, you could not tell this man was black, had no black in him. And I think I mentioned this once before to you that when we would be with him, uh, he would always tell us that you never have to run across the street or do this or that. We, because he said, I'm white. They ain't gonna do nothing to you. And we felt that, and we would always look up to him. Okay, and we didn't think he was white, but he said, "Oh, I'm white. They're not gonna do nothing to you. You don't have to run across the street. You don't have to do this." And being in Mississippi, we're thinking, when we're at home, we got to do this. We can't do that. But he said, "Oh, with him, we ain't got to do anything." And so when he would be in the dark skin area with my grandmother and stuff, he had a driver's license that said, showed that he was black. He was well accepted in the black community. He went to an all white school. He had a driver's license that showed he was a white man. So you cannot tell the difference of what he was, but everybody in the black community accepted him. He would have never gotten that in the white community. So he went to all white schools. Still today, before he even died, people never knew his white friends and people that grew up with him never knew he was half, that he was half white and half black, because he didn't look black at all. He had the same hair, same color, everything. But he used his race card whenever he got ready. And that, I guess that was acceptable back in the day. I don't know. But I just remember the story when I was growing up. I just wanted to put that
Okay, thank you for that story. We had a lot of blacks that passed for whites.
right.
Back in the day. Okay, I'm finna read a few you guys comment and then I'm gonna close and I'm excited to go to get ready for dinner with my daughters. Michael Bird said they are Michael Bird said they are
Infiltrating. I was black.
infiltrating our black professionals too. Remember, T.J. Holmes left his black wife and daughter to be with that clear woman. She's gone on to get a job under the affirmative action. Yes, Kathy Colbert said, "Tell the truth and shame the devil." Oh, yes. Frankly, welcome, Frankly. I don't believe I know you, but welcome, Frankly. Thank you to the Moon Black Titanic and the panelists. This was a mindfulness conversation that should be on the table within the culture. Let everyone, she's giving all these beautiful hearts, have a great, great day. Okay, Pinky, can you read some for me?
Yes, I will. Who said that? Says that's right. Amen. And then frankly just came in. That's part that part. Thank you. And frankly, we're getting ready to close though. But also, um, who said that? Says, "Oh my God, Black Titanic and Pinky, Justice and Debbie, you are all absolutely on point today. Thank you, ladies, dear." Okay. And then we have this is one of the reasons I stopped watching Love and Hip Hop, because these mixed women are playing in our faces. And that's Ladies Queen said that. Also, let me see. Oh, this is a good one. Frankly said, absolutely. They was on speed dial coming for Jamie, Nick Cannon, and Whoopi. Oh,
Yeah, that was a good one when we were talking about how the Jews stay on code. It ain't never no excuse to disrespect them. You will respect they race. You ain't got no excuses. They gonna come after you, the whole race.
yeah. I remember when they came for Nick Cannon, they shut him down for a while. Yes, and he had to give an apology. Yes.
Oh yeah, you guys. Thank y'all. I'm almost there to 10,000. Greta Lee, thank you for reminding me. Thank you guys. I'm almost there on 10,000. I'm gonna give y'all a dance when I get to 10,000. I'm gonna give
Oh,
y'all a
do
hip
that
hop
dance.
dance.
Do that dance.
Okay, you guys, I'm finna say good night. Thank you guys for the cash app, the any kind of financial support y'all gave me. Thank you, Pastor Justice. Boy, you was on fire tonight. You too, Debbie, you was on fire. You too, Pink of the household. All three of y'all was on fire. I'm sure the panelists enjoyed y'all because I enjoyed y'all too. And bye, y'all.
No, you're at home now. We need to. Black Titanic is at home in her house, guys. Oh
Yeah,
my
y'all,
God.
I'm home. I'm back in ATL, so y'all gonna have to follow me now. I'm gonna be doing a lot of boots on the ground right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all know we got the Real Housewife of Atlanta here.
Oh, she's getting ready to be on fire now. Okay.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye bye,
Thank
Debbie.
y'all.
Bye bye, Justice.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Okay.